Peace, y'all. Welcome to my channel, MellowNeptuneWaters. My name is Marsha Wilson, and I will be doing your weekly reading for December 1st through December 7th for each zodiac sign. So make sure that you check your placements for your sun, moon, and rising, all right? So if it doesn't resonate, don't force it. It is perfectly fine. Just make sure you check out your other placements. For some people, their risings might resonate more. And I feel like it probably just depends on the time. And I'm very big on what resonates in each given moment. There is no good, bad, right, or wrong when it comes to these readings. So just be attuned to what it is that you need in that moment and what you're being drawn to. All right, let's start with our deep breathing per usual. Before we do, I would like to invite you to subscribe to my channel, MellowNeptuneWaters, as well as clicking the bell so that you can subscribe to the channel and also receive notifications anytime I post readings and you are the first ones in the know. Also, please like and comment on these readings. It does help with the algorithm. It lets the others know that we are here, that we exist, and it lets them have the opportunity to receive these divine messages that want to come through as well. If you would like a one-on-one reading, reach out to me via email, MellowNeptuneWaters@gmail.com. All right, let's get started. Sit up nice and comfortably, or if you so choose to, lay down, whatever position feels the most supportive for you in this moment. We are going to do some deep breathing just to be present and to clear any energies, any static energy, any disruptive energies, and to move that energy throughout our bodies as well as outside of our bodies to bring in new energy. All right. Take a deep inhale, filling up your belly like a balloon. Minimal rising in your chest. And as you exhale, exhale through your nose or your mouth. And as you exhale, feel your muscles starting to soften, your brow bone, your cheekbones, your tongue, your jaw, your fingers, your toes, your knees, your legs, your sit bones, your hips, your back, and your shoulders. Let's take another inhale. Exhale. Feel your feet grounded, whether they're on the ground or not. Feel your feet grounded and planted, supported, protected, safe, and connected. 3 more inhales and exhales here. Last one. Exhale what no longer serves you in this moment. All right, y'all. So we have entered into Pluto in Aquarius for the next 20 years. And if y'all see me looking over there, it's because my camera is usually over there, but it's over here now. We're entering into Pluto in Aquarius, which is going to bring a whole new energy for many of us. The inspirations and aspirations we have, the audacity that we had stored in, is no longer something that we're able to keep trapped within our bodies. It is something that has to move outside of us, and it is something that is ready to activate. It is nothing you have to do per se, except for to continue to be in alignment with how you're feeling, your attitude on things, and your mood. Pay attention to those things, I would say, with minimal judgment, right? Also, we have entered into Mercury in her micro braids, aka Mercury in retrograde, which for some people that causes anxiety. I like to encourage people to allow it to do what it's going to do. It requires everybody to slow down. So not just you. That requires the supervisors to slow down. It requires your any companionship, colleagues, relationships, any of them, it requires everybody to be present. So if you feel late or feel like you're lagging, you, one, are not the only one, and two, as you are in divine flow with yourself and you allow Mercury to do what she gonna do, then you'll realize how much easier things just unfold without trying to control the outcome. Also, this is a beautiful time for you to revisit some of your projects, some of your concepts, ideas, mindsets, practices that you had maybe fallen off from prior. For me, for example, I am tapping back into my Qigong practices and Tai Chi. I started over 10 years ago. My active meditations that I was committed to before, I've kicked back into high gear, and I'm just allowing it to happen. And I know why, and I know for what. Because again, I planted those seeds years ago. So now it's like, it's activation time. So between the marriage of Mercury and her micro braids and Aquarius and Pluto, a lot of those things that have been stored within us that are for our good and for the greater good of humanity, we're in active mode. So that's where we're at cosmically. All right, y'all. So let's get into your zodiac readings. Again, check your placements. Check your sun, your moon, and your rising placements. All right. Let's go. Hey, Capricorn. We're getting closer. We're getting closer to your birthday. This reading is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Again, as always, check out your other placements. If you are here for your sun sign, then make sure that you also check out your moon and your rising signs. Like this comment, or excuse me, like this reading or any of the other ones, and or comment. It does help with the algorithm, please, and lets others know that we're here. All right. Ooh, Capricorn, my goodness, so eager. How beautiful. 10 of Cups. We just got the 10 of Cups with the Sagittarius and the Queen of Wands. Wow. Okay, so I just finished the Sagittarius reading, and they got, wow. They got the Swords, they got the 10 of Cups, and they had the Queen of Wands. And this was in a different deck. I did a different deck for them. So I would advise you or inspire you to, whether you have a Sagittarius placement or not, to maybe check out that reading to see if there's any connection or confirmation for you. Page of Swords, 10 of Cups, Ace of Wands, Queen of Wands. Oh, yeah, y'all. You are, I feel like, on a journey. You're on an adventure. You're closing some things out while, getting ready to take off to do something else. Page of Swords. Perhaps you're nearing your the end of a certificate program or certification program, some training, classes, something that is coming to an end. It's coming to an end, but it's also getting ready to take off, like activate, right? With this Page of Swords, there's something new that you're learning, that you've been studying, that you've been practicing. This could represent enlightenment. This could represent taking chances, taking risk, the chances and the risk that you were maybe unwilling to take before, but there's just something in this energy now. And I mentioned in the intro that we are entering into Mercury. Now we're actively in Mercury and micro braids. And so you might be revisiting old tasks, old practices, old studies, something that you put down for a minute, even an old book that you would put down for a minute because maybe it was too heavy or too much. Look at this. Literally, Sagittarius just got this card, this Princess of Swords, which is akin to the Page of Swords. Y'all, where are y'all getting ready to go? Capricorn, you are really elevating in your faith, your beliefs, your mindset. Again, enlightenment. This feels like perhaps you're getting insight into something that others aren't just yet. Maybe you're gaining insights that others aren't quite privy to just yet. Oh, wow. 2 things just flipped over at different times for the Ten of Cups. Empress card and the Death card. Okay. Capricorn. Some changes are happening for you this week. Okay. This Ten of Cups has to do with relationships. You got the Empress in reverse, which represents life. Nature, nurture, life force, energy, awakening in so many ways. Like she carries the earth in her womb. If you can see this image, I don't think you can with the lighting. She carries the earth in her womb. The earth, nature, and all of its inhabitants cater to her, and they're drawn to her, and they seek her as the source. I was just thinking about Capricorn earlier today and having a conversation about y'all because you are sort of seen as the father figure in the zodiac wheel, because people just flock to y'all for wise counsel, for advice, for you're often the ones giving advice and wise counsel, and maybe sometimes you don't have sometimes those same people or groups or institutions to where you can receive the same good ass advice that you get or give to other people. With this week and with this Ten of Cups, there could be a relationship or something, maybe even a hope or a dream that is passing away or transitioning. This could be a loved one. This could be a thought. This could be an idea. This could be the nature of a relationship. This relationship dynamic is, though, changing, and it's a big change. And it feels like it is an opportunity, if you allow this stage of whatever relationship dynamic you're in with yourself, with a partner, with your kids, with whoever, if you would allow perhaps the savior complex or your propensity to rescue and cape for others, if maybe you would let that dwindle a bit or transition or transform a little bit, you will come out as this phoenix, and you will rise into this elevated being. On the other end of the scale, it could be, again, some aspect of something you've been taking care of and nurturing. It might come off as or seem like it is transitioning for the worse, or that there's an ending that it might hurt. There might be some mourning. There might be some grieving. But baby, with this Ace of Wands and this Queen of Wands quickly following, it really feels like this is something that you have set ablaze. You know, those, what do they call those? Controlled fires. We do them in Cali. I mean, many places, but controlled fires where you're clearing brush and resetting the foundation so that you can create something more solid, so that you can see what's there, where you can see what's left, and that you can create a more solid foundation and stack upon that, instead of trying to stack on some stuff, some ish that just is going to fall by the wayside anyways. I'm going to do a couple more cards because I'm curious myself for this Ace of Wands. What is coming through? What is coming forward for Capricorn with this Ace of Wands? Yeah, it's just like these new ideas, and these could be new ideas that are coming through. My goodness, you guys. Definitely mental. There's active energy. 10 of Swords, 9 of Swords. This really gives the sense of worry. You're like very worried about, you're worried. There's some fear that's happening, Capricorn. while you know that your success is fated, there's also some fear of taking flight, probably because you know how big you can and will get, how noticed, how notable you will and can be. As I told Sagittarius, the Queen of Wands creates what she wants and gets what she wants. She is one of the most activating, the most powerful queens in the tarot deck. So you might literally be up at night anxious and worried. And again, you have this Princess of Swords and this Page of Swords. So it's giving the sense that something that you're creating and giving life to or birth to, whether it's a child and you're concerned of their health, whether it's starting or spawning a new relationship, maybe getting a pet turtle or something that you're concerned about and worried about. It could be that you're afraid of not having the capacity to nurture it and to love on it in the way that it deserves, or in the way that you feel like maybe will not be reciprocated. Again, going back to maybe you feeling an imbalance, and like you always given, at what point will you receive? And Capricorn, if that is a worry, if that is a concern for you, again, you have the power, but you just need the will to activate what it is that you're desiring. All right, let's see. It's powerful. Whatever you're working on, whatever needs to be cleared out needs to be cleared out. Let it go. And whatever you're stepping into, whatever you're activating in, just trust the process. Spread your wings, elevate, just do what you do. Birds fly. That's just what they do. And when they're wounded, they take a minute, they mend, they heal by nature and nurture, and then they go back into flight, because that's where the next place for them is. That's where their nourishment is. That's where whatever they need is the next place. And that for you, Capricorn, requires flying. And it requires you flying closer towards your passions. Like, that's the ultimate part of this. The Hanged Man. Liberation, sacrifice, absolution, and independence. So, I mean, the fact that you might feel like you do things on your own and that you're not as supported as others, that might continue to be the case. And be mindful, one, not to become jaded, and two, you, as we've said in many of your other readings, Capricorn, you really have to take care of yourself, which requires you to be a little selfish. And the beautiful thing about people who are balanced and working towards healing and or healed, the beautiful thing about being selfish from that place is that your being selfish benefits others in many cases. You often think, well, I can't do this because then they're going to suffer. One, if they need to suffer and figure things out for themselves, then they'll do that. If it has to do with your children, you still need to take care of your physical being, your mental and emotional state of being, in order to be of any good to them. So let this week wash over you. Let it remind you that the things that are ending, because there are things ending inevitably. This is fate. There are things that are ending within and without your control. And it's a beautiful thing. And it's probably a good thing that some of it is out of your control, so that you can allow it to happen. All right. That you can surrender. Once you surrender, it makes cutting shit off so much easier. It still might hurt. You still might have grieving. You still might mourn, but it makes it that much easier because you already know it's about to go, because it's in this reading. All right. And you probably already knew. So for many of you, this is already confirmation. So let the old pass away and allow the new, the thing that you even created, the thing that you have activated, the thing that you manifested and asked for is here. So now if there's fear, then let that wash away. Or just let it be present and elevate it within the fear. Elevate within the fear. Like this Phoenix, this death rebirth card is simultaneous to life. You know how, and then we'll end it. You know how there are those cases when somebody in the family passes away, an elder often, and then there's a baby that is coming into the world, that in the same family or in the same network. That flow, that life flow, that death flow, that transition, that cycle is incredibly natural, and it supports each other. Death and life support each other. So, I mean, let it wash over you. Surrender. You don't have to have your hands in everything. And that's partially what this hanged man is saying. The surrender, the sacrifice, the release, the absolution, the liberation, and just knowing that things are intended to go the way that they're designed to go anyways, and they're going in the way that works in your favor. You can really just let it go and trust and allow. All right. I just saw one of you, somebody in their car driving, listening, going, All right. Safe travels. Love y'all. Take care. Again, if you would like a one-on-one reading, email me at MellowNeptuneWaters@gmail.com. I love y'all. See y'all soon, Capricorn.